All right, so here's a quick run through of the new coach books for you guys in Cradle. So the first thing, you have your team page. It's got your team name, of course, your home state, pipelines, neighboring states, awards, your scheme, education, playing time bonuses, prestige, all those things are on this main page. Then you also can see how many visits you have. So you have 10 total, how many you've used, and how many you have left. And then on your recruits, how many you've won, would be commits, and how many you have left. So the max you have 15, and then you have, see that. So that's just a quick reference guide to everything about your team. So you have your coach book, similar to last year. Once again, you have everything here on there you need, but we're not doing, not having to choose your pitch this time, because it's just going to choose automatically your highest pitch, because that's what everybody was doing anyways, was picking the one pitch and not changing it. So just took that out there, one less step you have to do each week. And then you have your 50 points. And it looks like I need to change this here, but anyways, I'll finish that before week 14. But you have your points you can spend each week and how many points max you got. Watch list, the way watch list works, if you click this box, it'll pop up on the target page, and I'll show you that in a minute. And if you put points on a player, it'll go into that as well, and I'll show you that in a second. But I need to get a couple more in here so I have enough for a visit. Oops. So we'll get my 100 points on him. So you have to have 100 points for a visit. So your total points there, it's calculated to 110. So once you hit that 110, then you can put that, once you get 100 points, you can put a visit on a player. All right, so now let's go over to your targets, and we'll go back to visits. So your targets, when you put points on a player, it populates in here as a target. So anybody you have a point on will show in a target. Anybody you check that box on will come into your watch list. And then when you get a commit, it'll populate here, and it'll break it down in who's your quarterbacks, receivers, running backs, and tight ends. And each of these fields has a breakdown too of how many targets you have at quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, and then on a watch list as well. So that's targets. So now let's go back to visits. So once again, you have to have 100 points on a player before they're eligible for a visit. Once you get that 100 points, they'll pop up in column C here, but you have to select them from this list here. So once you get your player, eligible player, column E, you get that in there, and then you got that, and then we'll come in here when you get your visits on win and losses, will be auto-populated on another sheet, and then we'll total there. So once again, you have to have at least 100 points on the player from the populate, and then you just have to make sure you choose them from the list here to get points on them. Everything else is pretty much the same. Player sheet's the same, recruiting, same thing, and data. So that's just a quick update about how to work the sheet. If you guys have any questions, please let me know.